How do you guys explain the slow start?
You know how you wake up on a Sunday afternoon, usually a little groggy. I think that's what we did. But a couple minutes into the game, we just had to wake ourselves up and get amped up.
So it wasn't anything specific that UCF did defensively, it was just a slow start,
Just a
slow day
slow
at the
start.
office?
Sunday, a slow Sunday. That's all it was. Just had to pick it up.
How much momentum or how much of a lift did it give you guys when you made a run and took the lead right before halftime?
Well, you asked about how it felt when we started the game. I feel like if you go back and look at the film, we got a lot of guys open shots, and some of them just didn't fall. We were okay with that. We was at a point where it was 12-3, and we hadn't hit a shot, but we felt like we were playing great defense. Michael and Marcus came off the bench, and I think Marcus hit the first three of the game. And after that, it just got to rolling, and we all play together. We have fun, and we know a spark can come from anywhere. At the end of the bench or the front of the bench or the first five.
So there was never a point when you sort of thought, all right, this just isn't our day?
Never.
It's always our day.
We never count ourselves out, ever.
How much, was it one of those deals, like you mentioned, Marcus got the first three. Was it one of those deals where once you got the first one, you knew the gates would open a little bit and you could take off from there?
I think we just had to break the ice, really, just breaking the ice. I think we just came out a little timid and everything, and a little slow, but once Marcus hit that three, the floodgate opened.
We talk a lot about Kendrick, obviously, after every game, and he struggled offensively. He finished with 20 points, and he did a lot of other things. How would you guys characterize his performance today?
Played great. He came out sluggish and slow.
I would say he still played like Kendrick Davis. Yeah. I mean, he can have an off night. That's okay. But we got guys around him that's gonna pick up the slack and even help him even more when he's having an off night. So I think he's still playing pretty good, pretty great as a complete point guard.
Yeah, I think I looked up, and it was I think we had like 2 more minutes in the second half, and I think it said like 12, 8, and 8. And everybody's only focusing on how many shots he missed. That you don't notice he has 8 rebounds and 5, 10, and 8 assists. And that's why we're in the game. Plays were still being made, and that's how we win.
There were a few times several times when you guys had 4 guards on the floor with Marcus, so not a very big lineup, and UCF had, I think, 6'10", 6'9", 6'8", or something. Why does a small lineup work against an opponent who goes big like that?
I think when we see that, it just pushes us to play even harder. It revs us up a little bit more because we know they have obviously the height advantage and they can grab a lot more offensive rebound. But when it comes to that, we just stick to our principles and be more sound when it comes to boxing out and stuff like that. So, don't count the little man out.
When they go to that matchup, though, they're bigs against all of you guys with the 4-guard lineup. Do you have to change, particularly on the defensive end?
Not at all.
Force everybody to box out.
That's all it is right there.
Other than that, we feel like we're old enough and mature enough in this game. He's come from somewhere and has done a bid for a long time. I've done a bid for a long time. We're not new. So putting us on a 6'9" doesn't really matter if we're 6'3" or 6'4". It's just a level of toughness that we have to play with.
My spirit is 7 foot.
We all come out and play that tough every night. And at the end of the day, whatever shot goes up, if it's contested, if it's uncontested, and we think it's going in or we think it's coming off, the first thing we talk about is just boxing out and trying to go be the first one to get it.
Your coach has talked a couple of times this year about the stumbles in Florida. How surprised are you guys to be sitting here on an 8-game winning streak?
We're not surprised at all. I think we had to work out a lot of the kinks because we come from a lot of places where Zach, obviously the lead scorer at Sam Houston, I was the lead scorer at Texas Southern, Mark was the lead scorer at Duquesne. We just had to coexist with each other and learn the ins and outs of each other. And it just took a couple games to do that, but I think we're gelling pretty well and getting the job done.
Coach has said several times you're not even close to what you could be by the end of the year. Where do you see room for the most growth between now and the end of the year?
Defensively, for sure.
For sure. That's really one thing that we're honing in on. Offensively, I think we're okay. We have enough playmakers and enough shot creators and enough shot makers that'll take care of that end. But on the defensive end, boxing out and doing those little things, not gambling and stuff like that, that's one thing that we still have to hone in on so we can be solid and be ranked in the top 25.
At one point, you gave up, I think it was 12 points in the first 6.5 minutes, and then 12 points in the remaining 13 in the first half. Are you not pleased with the way you played defensively overall today?
Overall, I think defensively we played a pretty good game. I would give us a B- rating just because, you know, I don't box out, but I was boxing out today. I saw Zach boxing out today. I saw even Mark boxing out today. So, you know, we did a little of the small things, but in that first half, I think it was just a sluggish start that really slowed us down and really got us out of sorts. But, you know, as the game moved on, you know, we started waking up and picked up the energy a little bit more.
You and Mahan were chatting with each other with, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds left. What was that about?
Oh, I was just telling him it's okay. You know, you lose some, you win some, but you live to fight another day. But I guess he took offense to that, so. Yeah.
Well, it looked to me like the key point of the game was the last 10 minutes of the first half. You're down 11, go in up 3. What happened in those last 10 minutes to make that happen?
Just have sparks all throughout the game. I can say Kendrick's Tech sparked us at that 3-minute mark. It's some of the craziest things that happen in the basketball game that literally puts us together. You know, it could be a technical foul. It could be our teammate getting fouled hard and we having to go pick them up. You know, it's just we're kind of really big on protection, you know, taking care of each other. So we find things with each other that can really like cause momentum. I don't really know what the spark was, but I can't say it was us playing defense. I feel like we come out and we play that every game for 40 minutes. But I know, like y'all said, we said offensive rebounding. You know, tonight we gave them a quarter of their shots back from offensive rebounding from them. Think about it, if we can get 20%, you know, or 15% or 12%, when we can get there around February or March, where would we be?
So is that the formula going forward? If you
Definitely.
fall behind, go get a tech to light the fire a little bit?
Hey,
Yeah.
I better not let Coach Jank get one. Then we might end up winning by.
We might win up by 40, 50, something like that.